Hey man, we back at it again with another mock draft, bro. And a lot has happened since my last mock draft. You know what I'm saying? Giants signed Russell Wilson. Diggs is now on the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? And that Russell Wilson signing completely messed up my last mock draft. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. But hey, we're gonna jump straight into this, bro. First up on the clock, we got the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, Cam Ward, bro. Like they just met up with him, and they've been, I wouldn't say improving, but they have been, adding more depth and more pieces to the offensive line this offseason. Kevin Zeitler being the biggest name out of that. They overpaid for Dan Moore. I just really hope that pans out for them because he was horrible last year. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But Cam Ward seems like set in stone to be the first overall pick in this year's draft. I feel like this is the only pick that's like that you can really be confident with. Like every other pick, it's just up in the air right now. I ain't gonna lie. But next up, we got the Cleveland Browns. Now this is a very interesting one. You know what I'm saying? They can choose either Shador. You know what I'm saying? They can go Shador, Abdul Carter, or Travis Hunter here. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I think they should go Abdul Carter, and that's what I'm gonna go right here. Now I understand that Abdul Carter has been dealing with his injuries, you know what I'm saying, during the offseason and stuff. He got injured that Boise State game, but imagine a defensive line with Myles Garrett on one side and Abdul Carter on the other. Now tell me you're not gonna be afraid of that, bro. Like real shit now. That would be probably like already top three best edge rush duos in the league. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. And as a Ravens fan, bro, I would hate that. I'm not gonna lie, but best player available. Well, I wouldn't say best player available. You know what I'm saying? Because Travis is on the board, but you get what I'm saying. Abdul Carter is a very versatile player. He can play off ball. You know what I'm saying? Twitched up edge rusher, had a great season this year. And him on the opposite side of Myles Garrett, bro. That would be nasty. I'm not gonna lie. Next up, we got the New York Giants. Now, in my last mock draft, I had them going Shador. I don't think they're gonna draft a quarterback in the first round. Now they might draft one maybe in like the second or third round. You know what I'm saying? But with the people that are still on the board, bro, like Travis Hunter, I really feel like Travis is gonna go either 3 or 4, like real talk. And with him being on the board, I'm gonna go Travis Hunter here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Obviously they need their quarterback of the future. I get it. You could definitely get that later in the draft. Maybe Jalen Milroe, you take a shot on him. Quinn Ewers, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Will Howard, who knows? But Travis Hunter is a generational prospect. And they really, really need to upgrade that secondary badly. They went out and got Paulson Adebo and Javon Holland, but you still have a weakness, bro. You still have a weakness at corner. Deonte Banks hasn't really been that good. He was getting torched last year, and Travis Hunter will fulfill that number one corner spot for you. And then having Paulson Adebo on the other side, and then he can, what I'm saying, give y'all another weapon on offense, which right now, like, their wide receiver room isn't, I wouldn't say it's horrible, but it's not the best. Obviously Malik Nabers, wide receiver 1. Jalen Hyatt. Now, Russ did text Jalen Hyatt as soon as he signed with them, said he has a lot of untapped potential, which he does. But when he was on the field last year, he wasn't really that good. So we'll see how he does this year. But I feel like they should go out and get another receiver. In this case, they get Travis Hunter, who could play corner and receiver. Next up, we got the New England Patriots, bro. Now, the Patriots is a very interesting one. They just went out and got Stephon Diggs, so I don't think they would go receiver here. Maybe in a different round, but they got way more needs. You know what I'm saying? And with Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter being off the board, I think they go offensive lineman. I'm going to go Will Campbell here, bro. Drake May was, obviously under duress a lot last season. And, adding Will Campbell, who I think most likely will stick out at tackle, and Will Campbell has said something. I think it was in an interview. It said now all of a sudden everybody has a problem with his measurements and stuff like that. But Will Campbell is a dog, bro. He played in the SEC, and some of the best pass rushers in this draft class come out of the SEC, like James Pierce, Michael Williams, Shamar Stewart, Nick Scorton, Prince Lumami Yellen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these great edge rushers come from the SEC. So I don't think, his arm length is going to be a problem, bro. He is a stud. He is a rock. And he's going to be protecting Drake May's blind side, bro, in this mock draft. Next up, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock. I've been going back and forth in every mock draft I've done with them, whether they should get, Trevor Lawrence another receiver, should they upgrade the interior of the defensive line. I'm gonna go Mason Graham again, bro. I feel like this will be the perfect fit. You know what I'm saying now, and Daniel Jeremiah's last mock draft, he had them taking Jalen Walker, which was very interesting. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go Mason Graham because they really need to upgrade the interior of that defensive line, bro. You don't really have any franchise guys there. And Mason Graham will be just that guy for you. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we got the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, Raiders fans, bro, they really want Genty. That's their thing. They really want Genty, but I mean that it most likely will happen because of all the hype behind it, but I really don't think they should go Genty here. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You know what I'm saying? Who is Geno Smith gonna throw to? Other than Brock Bowers, maybe Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers is very underrated, but he's not a wide receiver one by any means. You know what I'm saying? And with the available receivers on the board, bro, why not take a chance on T-Mac, on Teteroy McMillan? In my opinion, the best wide receiver in this draft class. You know what I'm saying? Great hands. You know what I'm saying? He ran a 4.48 at his combine. I didn't know he was gonna be that fast. I thought he was gonna run somewhere in like the 4.5s. But he proved me wrong, running the 4.4s. You know what I'm saying? He's very smooth. And you give Geno, a number one wide receiver for this year. I'm not sure if they're gonna end up re-signing Geno, but T-Mac will be a great wide receiver one, you know what I'm saying, and pair him with Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers in the process. Next up, we got the New York Jets. Oh, man, bro. This is a very interesting one for me as well. I'm gonna give Justin Fields some help on the offensive line, man. I'm gonna go Armand Membu because we've seen how Justin Fields is when he doesn't have a good offensive line, running for his life. He was still making things shake in Chicago, but he had a better offensive line last year in Pittsburgh, which their offensive line was kind of shaky at times, especially at the tackle position. But their offensive line, the Jets offensive line isn't that bad, but they did lose, Morgan Moses. They did lose Tyron Smith as well. So upgrading that is very important in this draft class. I'm not gonna lie. And Armand Membu does have some guard flexibility, but he'll most likely just stick out at tackle. But if any big injuries happen, maybe he'll slide inside. But he's definitely gonna be protecting Justin Fields' blind side, bro, 100%. Next up, we got the Carolina Panthers, bro. Man, like I've gone D-line almost every time with them. And I think I'm gonna still do that, bro. I think I'm gonna still go edge here. I'm gonna go Shamar Stewart. Now, like he has been getting so much hype as of late. You know what I'm saying? Especially after the combine. He's just a freak athlete, bro. And like I've said before, bro, he didn't really have that many chances at rushing the passer at Texas A&M, bro. The way they use their edge rushers, like they love their pass rushers huge at A&M. You know what I'm saying? About 290 pounds. You know what I'm saying? But Shamar Stewart, when he was at his Senior Bowl in the one-on-ones, he dominated. Had a phenomenal combine. And I think, just because the stats and the production isn't there, bro, I don't think that he's not going to go in the top 10. You see what happened with Trayvon Walker. The production wasn't there for him. He ended up going number one overall. And I think that's going to be a similar story with Shamar Stewart. So I got him going to the Panthers, man. Next up, we got the New Orleans Saints. Now, this right here is going to be very interesting. And I want everybody to listen up here. The Saints, they don't have really a franchise guy at quarterback. Derek Carr, he has his ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? But he hasn't been good for the Saints. Other than, week 1 and week 2 of last season, other than that, he hasn't really been good. And in this mock draft so far, Shedeur Sanders fell all the way to 9. So do you take a chance on him? Or do you go, best player available, or go like a bigger position of need like D-line or maybe another wide receiver? I'm not gonna lie. I wanna have fun with this. I'm gonna go Shedeur Sanders to the Saints, bro, because the Saints don't have their franchise guy, and I feel like when Derek Carr's contract is eventually up, they're not gonna re-sign him. And after he leaves, they'll already have their franchise guy. And Shador doesn't have to start right away. He can sit and learn behind Derek Carr, or he can, you know what I'm saying, compete for the starting job in training camp. But I think in this scenario, he would sit behind Derek Carr and, you know, wait probably another year and then ball out. You know what I'm saying? This will be very interesting if this does happen, but who knows, bro? Who knows? Next up, we got the Chicago Bears. I'm going Ashton Jeanty, bro. I'm going Ashton Jeanty. Like, obviously, the Raiders and the Bears are the big two favorites to land Ashton Jeanty. I just feel like the Bears are a more perfect spot for him to go. You know, he could split carries with DeAndre Swift, and the Bears really upgraded that interior of their offensive line this offseason, bro. Obviously, trading for Joe Thuney, signing Drew Dahlman, trading for Jonah Jackson. You know, and they could go offensive line here, but there aren't really, you know what I'm saying, both big name guys are off the board. You know, you obviously got Josh Simmons, Kelvin Banks. Gray Zabel could go in this spot as well, but I don't think he's gonna be a tackle in the NFL. I think he's gonna be a guard. But Ashton Jeanty at this spot, bro, you know what I'm saying, one of the big blue chip players in this draft class. You know what I'm saying, generational. Why not take him right here at 10? You know what I'm saying? Next up, we got the San Francisco 49ers, bro. Oh my gosh. Like, who do they really take here at this spot? I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. You know what? I'm gonna go Jahdae Barron. I'm gonna go Jahdae Barron because they really need to upgrade that secondary. You know, you lose Charvarius Ward to free agency. You lose Talanoa Hufanga. And Jahdae Barron, I feel like, is a guy who can play both corner and safety as well. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like a Brian Branch type player. 5'11". I don't think he's going to be an outside corner in the NFL. I feel like he's going to be more of a nickel. But they need help all around in that secondary. And Jahdae Barron will be just that guy for them. You know what I'm saying? He's a playmaker. You know what I'm saying? He's a ball magnet, bro. Like, all he does is make plays when he's around the ball. And that's something the Niners really need right now. Next up, we got the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not going to waste any time with this, bro. You know, they need more weapons for Dak Prescott, and I'm going to go Matthew Golden. Keeping him in state in Texas. You know what I'm saying? You got CeeDee Lamb. Outside of that, you don't really have anybody too special. Jalen Tolbert, he's solid. They barely use Kevontae Turpin other than like gadget plays and stuff like that. So why not go out and get a big-time pass catcher who doesn't drop the football, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, has really, really good speed at 4.29. You know what I'm saying? And Matthew Golden, he really came up clutch for Texas in their playoff run, like I've said, numerous of times. But Dallas, they really need a wide receiver 2 behind CeeDee Lamb, and I think they answer it in the form of Matthew Golden. Next up, we got damn, voice crack. Next up, we got the Miami Dolphins, bro. In my last mock draft, I went Nick Emenwari. I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna change it up this time, and I'm gonna go Kelvin Banks. You know, Tua needs to be protected with his, you know, recent concussion issues and stuff like that. They really, really need to upgrade that offensive line, and they'll upgrade in the form of Kelvin Banks, man. Next up, we got the Indianapolis Colts, bro. I'm going Tyler Warren. This is a perfect spot for him to go, man. If he doesn't go to the Jets, I feel like if he does fall all the way down to the Colts, they're gonna snag him. Obviously, the best tight end in this draft class. This will be like one of the highest we've seen tight ends go since what? Since Brock Bowers last year. We saw how Kyle Pitts panned out. He hasn't really been that good. But Tyler Warren, bro, like he's just one of those special guys. You know, he can also block well. You know what I'm saying? He can block well for Jonathan Taylor. And he'll probably be the final piece for this Colts offense that they really have been needing. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have any electric tight ends on this roster. And Mo Alley Cox, Jelani Woods, you know what I'm saying? They aren't really that explosive. And then you get another weapon for whoever is going to be their starting QB, whether it's Anthony Richardson or Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? They'll have another elite pass catcher to throw the ball to. Next up, we got the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, this will be an interesting one for me. I'm not even going to lie to you, bro. Because they could go edge. They're going to try their best not to go defensive line, and I don't care, bro. I'm going defensive line for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go Mike Green here. I'm gonna go Mike Green. I'm gonna switch it up. Like they have just really tried not to upgrade their pass rush these last couple years, bro. They brought in Matt Judon, what, about a couple years ago? They traded for him. He hasn't really done anything special. You know what I'm saying? And they really need some pass rush help, gang. They really do. Now their secondary, I could have went corner. You know what I'm saying? Or safety, because they did lose Richie Grant and Justin Simmons. But I feel like you could upgrade secondary in another round. You know what I'm saying? Mike Green is a very productive player, has a crazy pass rush bag. You know what I'm saying? Now he does have some off the field concerns, but I feel like that's not really gonna drop him in the draft. You know what I'm saying? If he falls to the Falcons, they might take a shot on him. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we got the Arizona Cardinals, man. And I'm gonna pull the trigger on this one here early. I'm gonna go Will Johnson. Now Will Johnson might really fall in this draft because of the fact he didn't participate at the combine, didn't participate at Michigan's pro day, and there's just been some real concerns about his top end speed. Can he keep up with NFL caliber receivers? You know what I'm saying? And he's got short arms for a man press corner. That's not really good, you know. And if he's gonna be playing in the NFC West against guys like Cooper Kupp, Jackson Smith and Jigba, you know what I'm saying? Brandon Ayuk. Who else? You got Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. If he's going to, you know what I'm saying, go against those guys, he's gotta, you know what I'm saying, he's gotta have top end speed, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he's going against a guy like Puka Nacua. Puka Nacua is not really blazing fast, but he's got really good speed. You know what I'm saying? But the Cardinals answered their secondary needs, bro, with Will Johnson. Next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals. You know, Mike Green not being on the board here. I could see them going edge, but I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go Walter Nolan here, bro. Who can give them, you know what I'm saying, some pass rush upside as well. Now he might definitely fall in the draft too because of character concerns. Now Daniel Jeremiah had him falling all the way out of the first round in his last mock draft, but he's going 17 here to the Bengals, which they really need to upgrade this defense, bro. You spend over $500 million on offense, on not even the whole offense, on 3 players. I'm gonna keep it a buck. They should have let T. Higgins go. I'm gonna be 100% with you. They should have let T. Higgins go. Spend that money, you know what I'm saying, elsewhere on defense. They could have got Josh Sweat. You know what I'm saying? They could have got Von Miller or something like that. They could have got some help on their defense, but instead they want to spend, you know what I'm saying, crazy money on two elite receivers. You know what I'm saying? T. Higgins can be a wide receiver one on any other team. But like they could have replaced him, bro. They could have replaced him, but they end up bringing him back. You know what I'm saying? 4-year, $115 million deal. And I feel like that might come back to bite them in the ass. I'm going to keep it a buck. But I got Walter Nolan going here to the Bengals. Next up, we got the Seattle Seahawks. I'm not going to waste no time, bro. I'm going to pull the trigger on this. I understand. Oh, hold on. Wrong one. I understand that, you know, their GM thinks that guard is the most overpaid position in the league. You know what I'm saying? But you really need to upgrade this offensive line, bro. And you draft Gray Zabel, who's listed at tackle, but will most likely play guard in the NFL. But if you draft him, he'll have some flexibility, play tackle. He could probably play center as well, but he will most likely be a guard in the NFL. And you really need to protect Sam Darnold. You gave him big money, 3 years, I think, what, $100 million? So you're paying Sam Darnold big money. You need to protect him, bro. He has to have time to throw to guys like Cooper Kupp, JSN, MVS, Jake Bobo, you know what I'm saying, Noah Fant, Kenneth Walker out the backfield. You know, he needs time to throw, and Gray Zabel will, you know what I'm saying, ensure that happens. Next up, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is just a perfect fit every time I look at this, bro. Jahad Campbell. You don't know how long Levante David is going to have, you know what I'm saying, in this league. They re-signed him on a 1-year deal. You draft Jahad Campbell, who can give you, you know what I'm saying, some upside as a pass rusher, as a blitzer. You know, and he can play under Levante David. You know what I'm saying? Levante David can mentor him for about a year or so. You know what I'm saying? If they don't decide to bring him back for another year after this year. Jahad Campbell is one of my favorite players in this draft class. You know what I'm saying? He can go earlier than this. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jeremiah had him going, you know what I'm saying, number 9 to the Saints. And I feel like he can go somewhere around that range. You know what I'm saying? Such a versatile player, great in open space. You know what I'm saying? Great tackler, great in coverage. He's an all-around terrific player. You know what I'm saying? And as an Alabama fan, bro, you know what I'm saying, I can't wait to see him ball out in the NFL. Next up, we got the Denver Broncos. Now, Daniel Jeremiah's draft class, I'm not draft class, his mock draft, he had them going Omarion Hampton. I mean, like, if Luther Burden is here, bro, I don't know, like, cause like let's look at the available receivers. You got Luther Burden, you got Emeka Ibuka, but they kind of already have their slot guy in Marvin Mims. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I mean, Luther Burton can play on the outside, but he just excels so well in the slot. So I don't think that, he will probably go here. I've had him go to the Broncos in the past, but I'm gonna switch it up here, and I'm gonna go Omarion Hampton. I'm gonna go Omarion Hampton now. I feel like, what I'm saying, it can be 2 or 3, what I'm saying, running backs to go in the first round. Obviously, Genty, Hampton, maybe Travion Henderson. What I'm saying, who knows? Maybe the Chargers may draft him. I don't know. Somebody else down the board might draft him, but I feel like it most likely will be 2 running backs going in this draft class. Omarion Hampton is so explosive. You know what I'm saying? Way more explosive than where Javonte Williams was. You know what I'm saying? Javonte Williams is mostly just a power back. This is not going to be another case of that, though. I know Broncos fans are going to be getting PTSD from another North Carolina running back. Trust and believe it's not going to be that same problem, bro. I guarantee you that. Next up, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers. Man, like until A-Rod signs somewhere else, bro. I really think Aaron Rodgers is going to be a Steeler, but at the time of recording this, he hasn't signed anywhere yet. Um, oh, like I really think if they don't sign A-Rod, they're gonna draft Jackson Dart. I feel like that's just such a Steelers thing to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know Steelers fans are not gonna like this, but it might happen. It might happen, bro. I don't know. Oh my gosh, bro. This is gonna be very interesting here. I'm not gonna lie. Oh gosh. I'm gonna go Dart again, bro. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go Dart again. It's just like it's so much uncertainty right now. You know what I'm saying? And if things do not work out with, them signing Aaron Rodgers, if A-Rod signs somewhere else with maybe the Browns, which that would be a weird spot for him to go. If he wants to, want a chance at winning another ring, I don't know why he would go to the Browns if he does somehow go there. But they need a quarterback, and I got them going Jackson Dart right here. Next up, we got the Los Angeles Chargers, man. Excuse me. I'm gonna go Colston Loveland, bro. In my last couple mock drafts, I've had them going Colston Loveland. I just feel like this is a perfect fit for them. Obviously because of Jim Harbaugh. What I'm saying, former head coach at Michigan. Colston Loveland is a terrific player. He's not really your true inline tight end. He can line up in the slot. He can line up on the outside. His 2024 tape wasn't that good because of quarterback play. But if you go back and look at his 2023 tape with JJ McCarthy under center, what I'm saying, he balled out, completely balled out. Was the headliner in that offense, bro. And I feel like he will definitely help out Justin Herbert a lot. Like, they really need more pass catchers. And it really showed in the playoffs last year against the Texans. Only Lat McConkey showed up. Over 200 yards, receive. Well, not over 200 yards. He had about 200 yards. He had like 198, but he had 200 yards. I'm just round that up. He was the only one that really showed up for them. Like, honestly, I think Quentin Johnston had a couple drops. Will Dissly had a drop that ended up being intercepted. Three of the 4 interceptions that Herbo threw were, his fault. But that's just because of the fact that nobody could really get open. Nobody could separate. And you don't have to worry about that with Colston Loveland, bro. So he can come in, be a day one starter. And they can really move him around, in that Greg Roman offense, bro. Next up, we got the Green Bay Packers, bro. I'm going to just continue to do this, bro, because I feel like it's the perfect fit. I'm going to go Maxwell Harrison with Jair Alexander's status up in the air, whether he's going to be a Packer long term or if he's going to get traded. They signed Nate Hobbs, and then, I don't know, bro. I don't know if Jair is going to be a Packer before the start of the season, bro. So if they draft Maxwell Harrison before they trade Jair, then that'll tell us what they're trying to do, because Maxwell Harrison isn't really a slot corner. Nate Hobbs could play in the slot, but he's really more of an outside boundary corner. So if they do somehow do this, Jair might be out the door. I'm not even gonna lie. He'll be a great replacement for Jair. You know what I'm saying, sticky in coverage, and he uses his speed so incredibly well. You know what I'm saying? I like Maxwell Harrison, I really do. Next up, we got the Minnesota Vikings, man. They lost a lot. Well, they didn't lose a lot. I won't say they lost a lot, but they did lose two big time players in their secondary, and Cam Bynum and Stephon Gilmore. But they really upgraded that D line, bro. Obviously, they already had Van Ginkel, Jonathan Grenard, Dallas Turner, good edge rush rotation. They did lose Pat Jones, but you know what I'm saying, that's not really a huge loss, even though he did have 7 sacks, playing behind those two. But they brought in Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave. Oh my gosh, that Vikings D line is about to feast, bro. They're about to eat this season. I'm not gonna lie. And how is you gonna help that front four or front seven? You get more help in the secondary in the hands of Malachi Starks, bro. They lost Cam Bynum. You need more help back there. And Malachi Starks is a very versatile player. His 2024 tape wasn't that good either. Well, it wasn't, I wouldn't say it wasn't that good. It just wasn't as good as 2023. You know what I'm saying? Still a great instinctive player. And everybody raves about his character. You know what I'm saying? His character, his leadership and stuff like that. And he's just an all-around great player. You can play him anywhere on the field, whether it's at true free safety, in the nickel, outside corner. He can play all around. And that's something that I think they really had last year with Cam Bynum. You know what I'm saying? But Malachi Starks is way better than Cam Bynum, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. But they get help here that they really need to start upgrading that secondary. I'm not gonna lie. Because other than Byron Murphy, don't really have much at corner, you know what I'm saying? But hey, man. Next up, we got the Houston Texans. Oh my gosh, it's definitely between Igbuka or Josh Simmons, bro. If they didn't trade away Laramie Tunsil, I go Igbuka. But I just can't look at any other position but offensive line, knowing that CJ Stroud might get absolutely killed next year, bro. Not next year, next season. Their offensive line is so depleted, bro. It's not even funny. And I think regardless, you know what I'm saying, of the player that's here, bro, they're gonna go offensive line. I'm gonna go Josh Simmons. Josh Simmons had a crazy, knee injury. I think he tore his patella tendon, but he played really good coming off of that. And then the guy who played in his spot, when he was injured, Donovan Jackson played really good too. So Donovan Jackson might be able to sneak into the first round as well. But I'm gonna go Josh Simmons there for the Houston Texans. Next up, we got the LA Rams. Now, LA Rams are a very interesting team too. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. They're a very interesting team. They do need help in the secondary. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna go Trey Amos. I'm gonna go Trey Amos here, bro. They need more secondary help. Kello Witherspoon, he played okay for them last year. Jacoby Durant, I think in my opinion is CB1 for them. But you obviously need more help back there. I ain't gonna. You need more help. Cam Kendrick had a phenomenal rookie season. Who else do they have in their secondary, bro? I can't really think of I'm saying anybody right now. But Trey Amos is a phenomenal player, great ball skills, great in coverage. You know what I'm saying? Ran a 4.43 at the combine. He really surprised me of how fast he was. You know what I'm saying? Because there were some concerns about that. But Trey Amos is a phenomenal player. And wherever he goes in his draft class, bro, I think he will be a day one starter. You know what I'm saying? But I got him going number 26 here to the Rams. Next up, we got my Baltimore Ravens, bro. Y'all know exactly who I'm going with this pick, bro. I just really think that if this is how the draft board goes, and if this player is here at this spot, we're going to take him. He seems like a Raven, bro. We upgraded every other position in this offseason. We re-signed Ronnie Stanley. That was, you know what I'm saying, our biggest priority. Bringing him back. We brought back Pat Ricard. We ended up signing DeAndre Hopkins to be wide receiver 3. We signed Chidobe Awuzie to be wide receiver 3. So, not wide receiver 3, cornerback 3, CB3. So, I don't think we're going receiver. We're not going corner. I really don't think we're going offensive line either. I think we might do that more in the second round, but we need more pass rush. Always going into his final season. Kyle Van Noy is going into his final season. You know, Tavius Robinson, he's had his, you know what I'm saying, his moments. Ajabo hasn't really done anything yet. So I really think no, is Owen? Oh no, we picked up his 5th-year option. We picked up his 5th-year option, so he's not going to his final year. Ajabo is the one who's going into his final year. But, you know, we need more pass rush, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I think, like, if Pierce falls to this spot, which he might because of his character concerns, but James Pierce is such a productive player. You know, the production is there. 8 and 9 sack seasons at Tennessee. Ran a 4.47 at his combine. You know what I'm saying? Has a great pass rush bag. Now, he is a little bit on the smaller side, but, like, who really cares nowadays, bro? You know, if you're a great pass rusher, you're a great pass rusher. I really don't think size matters. Pause anymore. You know what I'm saying? Take Micah Parsons, for instance. You know what I'm saying? He's an undersized pass rusher, but he makes that shit work. You know, dominant in the NFL ever since he's been drafted, bro. So I think James Pierce will be dominant as well, and I really hope he falls to my Ravens, bro. This is my dream pick this year. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely love James Pierce, and hopefully he will be a Raven come next month, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Next up, we got the Detroit Lions, bro. They need help on the edge, bro. And of the available edge rushers, I feel like, you know, Donovan Ezaraku has just been getting so much hype, bro. You know, so much hype as of late, which he should. You know, he had a very productive 16.5 sack season. You know, he's got long arms. He's another one of these pass rushers that has a deep pass rush bag. And I think he's gonna be a day one starter right away, you know, especially on the opposite side of Aiden Hutchinson. But if Aiden Hutchinson is not, you know what I'm saying, available and ready to go come week 1, then, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna, you know what I'm saying, go that route and go Donovan Ezaraku. And he's gonna be a great player in the NFL, I feel like. You know, they lost to Darius Smith in free agency. He wasn't really the best, you know, they signed him on a 1-year deal, but he had his moments as well. But, you know, Donovan Ezaraku is a phenomenal player, and him playing on the opposite side of Aiden Hutchinson, I feel like that might do dividends for the you know what I'm saying, for the Lions, bro. Next up, we got the Washington Commanders. Now, this is gonna be a very interesting pick for me. I'm not even gonna lie. They obviously need corner for the future, obviously, because they got Jonathan Jones. I think they signed him on a 1-year deal. Marshawn Lattimore, if he doesn't bounce back this year, then they got to look another way. You know, there's still a lot of good corners here. If Savone Revel and Benjamin Morrison, if they won't hurt, you know what I'm saying, if they both didn't tear their ACLs, bro, we would have been having a whole different conversation about corners. I'm going to keep it a buck. When healthy, Savone Revel and Benjamin Morrison might be CB like 2 and 3. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm gonna keep it a beam with y'all. That might be CB 2 and 3. You know what I'm saying? And any order is fine. But, you know, obviously they went out and traded for Debo. They signed Michael Gallup, which was a very interesting signing, I ain't gonna lie. But, like, Luther Burden is right here. And you can have a phenomenal wide receiver 3 with him. You know what I'm saying? Play him in the slot. Have Terry and Debo on the outside. If he's there, I think they pull that trigger, because they can honestly wait until rounds 2 and 3 to upgrade pass rush, to upgrade edge and corner. You know, there's still great edge rushers here. You know, Michael Williams, they might not want to take a chance on him because of production, but Michael Williams is a fucking dog. You got Nick Scorton, Landon Jackson, Princely Umanmielen, both of the Ohio State guys, and JT Tomoliau, Jack Sawyer. Kyle Kennard had a phenomenal year. Josiah Stewart, who I feel like is one of the most underrated edge rushers in this draft class. Same goes for Jordan Burch. Like, there's a lot of really good, you know what I'm saying, edge rushers in this draft class. Baron Sorrell, APR will be a fucking steal later in the draft. You know, but I feel like they will probably wait later in the draft to get some of these guys. You know what I'm saying? Including corner. Savone Revel, Darian Porter is a phenomenal player. Ezariah Thomas has been getting a lot of first round hype as well. Benjamin Morrison, obviously. Dorian Strong, Kobe Bryant. There's a lot of great players in this draft class, but Luther Burden is sitting right here, and then you just complete the receiving core around Jaden Daniels. Like, remember, Jaden Daniels made it to the NFC Championship last year with just Terry McLaurin, De'Ami Brown, Olamide Zaccheaus, you know what I'm saying? A old Zach Ertz. You know, like, he didn't really have the best weapons, but he made it work. You know, and then they add in Debo. They signed Michael Gallup, and then you draft Luther Burden. That offense might be damn near unstoppable, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna go Luther Burden here. I'm gonna go Luther Burden. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of Commanders fans really do want Luther Burden. And as it's looking, you know, a lot of people are having Luther Burden out of the first round for some reason. I don't know where this, you know, Luther Burden hate has been coming from. You know, I did hear that he might be a bit of a diva. This is my first time hearing about that. I'm not sure if that's true. But I don't think he's falling out of the first round, bro. If he falls to a team that could use, you know, a good wide receiver 2 or 3, they're going to take him regardless of what's going on with him. You know what I'm saying? He is a phenomenal player. Numbers were down because of QB play. Brady Cook, you know what I'm saying, was injured last year. But if you look at his 2023 tape, bro, it'll definitely show you why he is going to be going in the first round 100%. Next up, we got the Buffalo Bills, bro. You know, I'm gonna go defensive line. You know what I'm saying, every time with them, because they really do need to upgrade the interior. But you got two really good options here. You got Kenneth Grant, who has phenomenal upside as a pass rusher, bro. You know what I'm saying? He'll be a solid rock in that Buffalo Bills defense, you know what I'm saying, in the middle of it. They got a pretty solid D-line. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, they paid Russo a big bag. I don't know if Joey Bosa is going to be able to stay healthy this year, bro. Maybe he will with the change of scenery, but I don't know. And they signed Michael Hoyt, which I don't know why nobody's really talking about how underrated that signing is, bro. You know, Michael Hoyt has been really good for the Rams over the last few years, and he's still very young. I think he's like 24, 25. He's still a very young player. You know what I'm saying? Still a really good player as well. I don't know, bro. I think a lot of Bills will want Derek Harmon. But if Kenneth Grant does fall to this spot, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills pull the trigger on that. I'm gonna go Derek Harmon here. You know, Derek Harmon is a phenomenal player. I think he led FBS and defensive tackle pressures this past year. If I'm not mistaken, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But Derek Harmon is a phenomenal player, bro. And adding him to that Bills defense, and I forgot about Ed Oliver as well. You know what I'm saying? Pair him with Ed Oliver, that'd be a nasty little defensive tackle duo. Next up, we got the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. Yeah, this is gonna be very interesting, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's gonna be very interesting to see what they do. I mean, they could go offensive line. I could see them going offensive line, but of the available guys here, you got Josh Connolly, you got Ariante Ursery, you got Donovan Jackson. You know what I'm saying? They could go offensive line. I don't know, bro. I don't know. They could get some more help on the D line, because Chris Jones, he's getting older, but he's still playing at a high level. You got what's his name? Bro, I keep forgetting his name, bro. Yeah, George Karlaftis. Okay, yeah, it was George Karlaftis, who has been really good for the Chiefs, you know what I'm saying, especially in the playoffs. But, you know, you don't really have much after that. You drafted Phyllis Anudike Uzama in the draft, but a couple years ago as well. He hasn't really done much, you know what I'm saying, when he's been on the field. You don't really have that much depth in the D-line. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they could go offensive line in the later round. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to go Mykel Williams here, bro. I'm going to go Mykel Williams. You know, a phenomenal player. And like I said with Shamar Stewart, was kind of the same way that the Bulldogs, you know what I'm saying, used Mykel Williams. Wasn't really rushing the passer like that. You know what I'm saying? But he has so much upside to be a phenomenal player, bro. Just like how Trayvon Walker was. You know, he has some great long arms, paws. You know what I'm saying? Phenomenal in run D. And if anybody knows how to unlock players, bro, it's Steve Spagnuolo. You know, and giving him another weapon on the defensive line, you know, that'll be intriguing. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we got the Philadelphia Eagles. Now I know Eagles fans probably gonna love what I'm about to do with this pick right here. So let's track back, bro. Eagles, they've been losing a lot this free agency. You know what I'm saying? Their biggest name, they lost Josh Sweat. They lost Milton Williams. They traded away C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I still don't understand why they did that. You know what I'm saying? This will be very interesting to see how this goes. You know what I'm saying? They need more help in the D line, and I'm gonna go Jalen Walker, bro. I'm gonna go Jalen Walker. Another Georgia Bulldog, I know, you know what I'm saying, but you know how Howie loves his Georgia Bulldogs, and I really don't think he's gonna fall that far in this draft class. You know what I'm saying, in this draft, I don't think he's falling 32. I think he might go top 5, top 10, but the way how I've gotten this class to go so far, and now there's one person that is low key missing from this is Nick Eamon. Now, I don't think he's fallen out of the first round, but this draft class is so unpredictable. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? But this is probably one of my more interesting mock drafts so far. You know, but Jalen Walker to the Eagles will be very interesting. Gives them a lot of juice off the edge. You know, some more help at middle linebacker to pair with Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond. This will be one hell of a weapon for them to use on defense. I'm not gonna lie, because you lose two big pieces on the D line. You still got Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Jordan Davis, you know, Jalix Hunt. But adding a Jalen Walker on that's gonna be nasty. I'm not gonna lie, but hey man, shit, I want to know what you guys think, bro, about this mock draft. I do wish I would have put Nick Eamon in this. I was gonna have him go to the Dolphins, but I chose to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Not have the same draft over and over again, because you know that would just be tedious. So I had some different picks in here. You know what I'm saying? I really do want to know what you guys think about this mock draft right here. I feel like this is probably one of my more intriguing ones as of late. But yeah, man, I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Y'all let me know what other, you know what I'm saying, NFL videos y'all want me to do. Without further ado, I'm out.
I'ma make them feel me, make them people when they chow me. And if you don't know me, I'ma make sure that you know me. I hate to say it, but I really think I'm broken. But I know I'm chosen, I really know I'm chosen. I know I'm chosen. I was just lost a year ago, but now I'm focused. When good at sports, this microphone can be my trophy. Not taking drugs, I found a better way of coping.